So reported speech part 2, reported question. Last time we talked about reported statement, and we said that we have to change the verb, reported verb, and we have to change the pronouns, and we have to change words that refer to time. Today we are going to complete that lesson of the reported speech, and let's go to slide number 2. In slide number 2, study the examples. Do you trust me, Harry? Asked Hermione. So, do you trust me, Harry? Asked Hermione. We want to change this from direct into indirect, right? So, we start with the speaker, who is Hermione. Then we use the reporting verb, which is asked. خد بالك, notes here that in case of using that type of reported speech, which is the question, we can simply know it by using ask, by using reporting verbs. I mean ask, want to know, and wonder. So here we have asked. Again, we started with the speaker, Hermione. Then we use the reporting verb, which is asked. Then the person we are speaking to, Harry. So Hermione asked Harry. Here in this case, we use if. Why, teacher, we use if? We don't have if in the question. Okay, in case of a question, we have two types. This is what we are going to talk about next slide. This type of question, we call it yes-no question. It'll start with do, can, will, should, shall, and so on. We use if to connect what is outside the brackets and what is inside. So we use if, then we change the pronoun you, do you, so I say he, right? Trust me, Harry, so if he trusted her. Why trusted? Why, teacher? Because we have asked, the verb asked, it is in the past. So I have to change the verb also in the past to tell that I'm talking about something that happened. So if he trusted her, so me into her, because I'm talking about what was said to another person. I didn't say this. These are not my words. Another type of question, which is called the WH question, or why, what kind, what, where, when, and so on. Why are you still here? Harry asked Ron. So we start with the speaker, the one who asked the question, Harry, then the reporting verb asked, then the one we addressed in the question, was addressed in the question, Ron. So Harry asked Ron. I use why. So teacher, I don't find if here, the word if like the previous one, the one before. Because in the case of the WH question, you use the same WH question. So if you have what, if you have why, if you have where, if you have when, if you have how much, you use it the same to connect what is outside the bracket and what's inside the bracket. So why, then we change are you, so you into he, طبعا, because I'm talking to Ron. We are talking to a male. So why he was, why was, because you know that we have verb are. It's verb to be in the present. The past of it can be one of the two. Can be was, can be were. But because we are talking about he, we cannot say he were. We say he was. So why he was, we make inversion, ya جماعة. Note that it's very important to make inversion. Inversion between the subject and the verb. يعني you change the order of them. You change the order of them. This is very important to make the inversion. Why he was still here, change into there. Slide number 3. As you can see, there are some changes we have already mentioned when studying reporting statements. Personal pronouns, we change them, personal pronouns, possessive adjectives, and pronouns, all of these are changed, tenses are changed, and time adverbials like here, there, like now and then. These are the words that we change. There are some new ones, though. Let's go to slide number 4. Reporting verbs. خد بالك بقى. how can I know the reporting verb in this type of reported speech? Or how can I know from it that this is statement, or the other one which is question, or the third one that we are going to have command? So in case you find these reporting verbs, like ask, like want to know, like wonder. Then slide number 5. Types of questions. We distinguish two types of questions: yes no question and WH question. Yes no question, the ones starting with an auxiliary or modal verb to which we reply with yes or no. اللي هو starting with do you, can you, are they, and so on. So in this case you answer with yes or no. This is called a yes no question. The other type, which is WH questions, the one starting with a question word such as what, when, where, why, how. All of these, if we find them at the beginning of the question, this is a WH question. And we use this WH word that comes at the beginning of the WH question in order to, we use it to link what is outside the bracket and what is inside the bracket. Slide number 6. So, yes no questions. When we report these questions, we link two parts with if or whether. In this case, use if or whether. Like, Harry asked Lupin, will George be okay? So, Harry asked Lupin whether. Can I use if here? Yes, you can use it. Whether George would be okay. Note the change of the words that we said before, I mean the verbs, and sometimes if you find the pronouns. Then Harry asked Ron, do ghosts normally wear pajamas? So Harry asked Ron if, I can use whether, it's okay. Ghosts normally wore in the past pajamas. Then slide number 7, WH questions. The two parts are linked with the question word used in direct speech. So, where are we? Asked Ron. So, Ron asked them where they are. This is inversion, ya jama'a. We talked about it. It's very important to make the inversion between the subject and the verb. How does she know? Wondered Hermione. So, Hermione wondered how she knew in the past, because wondered in the past. Slide number 8. Word order. In reported yes no questions, we use if or whether, the subject plus the verb. In reporting WH questions, we use, there's E missed here, we use, not us, we use the WH word plus the subject plus the verb. We do not use the interrogative form of the verb do, does, did. Question marks are not used. Question mark, we delete it, and we delete the quotations. The quotations, اللي علامات التنصيص, and the question mark that comes at the end, we delete them when we change from direct into indirect speech. Then, slide number 9. Does it make a difference? Asked Hermione. So Hermione asked or wanted to know or wondered if it made a difference. What do you know about the Deathly Hallows? Harry asked Mr. Ollivander. So Harry asked Mr. Ollivander what he knew in the past, knew about the Deathly Hallows. So then we find the practice.